Hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Ironclad run. On this channel, I have my recorded ones with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. I am seeing a bit of a longer one here, so I remember this one being kind of a brain melter at the time, and also the fights tended to take a little bit longer on average. So Ironclad taking over an hour for me is definitely very unusual. But it's still around about an hour, so not too long, of course. Having a look at the bottom of the map here. There we go. Take a look at the options. Lose all gold for rare colorless seems like the best choice there, but sadly only a master of strategy, which is a nice consolation prize for not finding Hand of Greed or Apotheosis. You're definitely looking for exactly those two most of the time. Master strategy is good, but on floor 0, it's not that good. Definitely becomes better as the run goes on and you can make better use of the draw. An unlucky lice fight here, only 1 defend and take 8 for that. Oof, and then all of our defends are here. If I see this line, I can take 1 to kill one of them. That's fine. Could have chosen to full block though. They're both going to be not hitting us on the next turn. Possibly a mistake. Take a cleave, just for some early damage. We got the wheel. I've never gotten a curse in my life. Get a relic instead, obviously. I mean, if you're getting a curse from this event, you should just be playing better. We get Mercury Hourglass, dealing 3 damage to all enemies at the start of each turn. And we found a chest, and then Chaku gives us 1 energy every 10th attack that we play. Both those relics are actually pretty good. Nunchaku is a bit of a skill testing relic. It allows you to put it on 9 if you're thinking about it, and that way, instead of just randomly giving you 1 energy, it's the first attack you play each combat gives you energy, which is much, much better. And with a Master Strategy, Rampage might be pickable. I think I'd probably take a Clothesline though. More of a Clothesline gamer. I like applying the weak. Cleave is obvious. Take 3. And I would love to get out without breaking Nunchaku, so I may choose to try to block here against this slime, which is kind of insane, but we do have the Hourglass. My draw pile doesn't look very good. So it is an elite coming up, so I do want to actually do that. Take 2 more? Yeah. At this point, I'm committed. And we're nearly full health anyway. 69 health, nice. And take a Feel No Pain. Feel No Pain, real good. Definitely the main block solution for Ironclad. It's basically like finding footwork as silent, I would say. And bit of a mistake there. I could have played a Bash Clothesline instead, but that was actually more damage, so that's fine. But if I didn't have Master Strategy in my hand, then I forgot about the Nunchaku after just charging it for several turns against that slime. And the Strength Pot exactly gets us lethal here. That's huge. And I wait on the War Paint, which will upgrade 2 random skills. It actually does hit the Ghostly Armor we just took, which is very nice. So rewarded. Always remember, you don't want to just click your relics. And we find a White Beast statue, which will give us potions in every combat. An excellent relic to find early on, of course. Definitely very happy about that. And I remember I have Nunchaku this time, so I got to weave in the cleave there. Huge. Drop Kick is here. Over Trash. Practice Strike, Infernal Blade are not cards I want. Infernal Blade is just too random and bad. Practice Strike is just bad. If you don't need to take it for damage, you shouldn't take it, generally speaking. Definitely one of them cards is like, if it's floor 3 or earlier, you might see it in my deck, but otherwise, no. And Hemokinesis is here. That's a good attack. That's what I'm talking about. And we do have a slime boss here, so we need to deal a big dam to the slime boss, or else we may not get out. So I do take Hemo. I think if this was, you know, Hexaghost or Guardian very comfortably take that disarm. And it would be even better, I think, like right now even. But Slime Boss demands respect, must deal damage. This is not... I was considering getting rid of a uncommon to gain health there, but... or to heal myself, as in case you don't know, that event will have a different effect based on what kind of card you get rid of. If you get rid of an uncommon card, you will full heal. If you get rid of a rare card, you will full heal and gain 10 max health. And then commons don't do anything, or basic cards don't do anything. Commons give you 5 health, I believe. But that's very rare. Usually, if you're going to get rid of a common, you should just get rid of a basic instead. As the 5 health isn't quite worth it, but a full heal, that's pretty good. Nunchaku cooking yet again, getting me some damage in there. And I'm choosing to Hemo over defend, just to make sure this thing dies by 2 turns from now. If you're not killing it on the turn after you get debuffed, then you are in for a world of hurt. And turns out we aren't here, but we still found Ghostly Armor to block for a lot. That's fine. Let's take 4 more, or maybe not, actually. Take 1 more. There we go. And we get the boat. Whenever we deal unblocked attack damage less than 5, it'll get increased to 5. One of the worst relics in the game in almost every situation. Even when it's good, it's not that good. But it is very funny. A Twitch chat favorite, of course. There's gonna be a lot of damage. We might just split this turn, but I ripped both potions right here. That could be actually a thing. See what's in the box first. Another Hemo. So yeah, now we're doing a billion damage here. Probably Duke Pot on the upgraded Hemo here. Yep. Just get him dead. Slime Boss is brutal. We would have taken 30 damage here if we didn't do that, by the way. That's insane. God. And also found Dark Embrace, by the way. I didn't mention that, but Dark Embrace, of course, insane, and I upgraded it. And that's just for later, of course. We want to make sure we can play it. So we have Calling Bell, which is worse than Pyramid, and we have Ectoplasm, which is unpickable most of the time because getting gold is really good. So I do take the Pyramid. And now we won't be able to discard our hand anymore, which is generally speaking an extremely powerful effect, but on occasion can be awkward if you actually want to discard your cards. You cannot take it with Snecko Eye, really, most of the time. You can't really take it with Dead Branch either. And it can make certain things uncomfortable if you need to play cards to get out of your hand. But, of course, generally speaking, having the ability to retain your hand is incredibly powerful. You may play your cards whenever you like. We got the Nightmare pattern from the Chosen here, giving us the vulnerable into big hit here. But I'm okay with getting these Dazes. We do have the juicy Exhaust synergy cards here, Dark Embrace and Feel No Pain, so the Dazes are actually good. You fool! Got there. Trash. Combust. I'm not a fan. I take Combust when I need it to not die, basically. Or perhaps if you have a Rupture and you're doing the demon form at home, as it's called. Just full block, kill it later. And we need more ways to apply a vulnerable for this dropkick. That'd be cool. But we can just apply it whenever we'd like. And I'm actually waiting here to play one more attack, but the boot went off and actually was bad there because we wanted to attack it twice for Nunchaku. But the boot has betrayed us. And another Field of Pain is here. I consider not taking it. Sometimes one is enough, but I'm okay with this. And we get a shop right before our actual shop, I believe that was. But Anchor is here, and Anchor is insane, so I'm probably going to be clicking on that. One of the best relics in the game, giving us 10 block on turn 1. And now I can just go right instead, so good to have options. Already blocking for actually 10. So immediately saving us 10 health against a normal hallway fight here. It just turns out that this game is trying to kill you so badly, and a lot of enemies attack you on turn 1. And if you're not getting attacked on turn 1, then you're already cooking, because it gives you a turn to set up, right? Now we're in a bit of danger, though. That's for sure. That doesn't kill. Does this kill? It's one off. It is one off. I can do it again, though. Yep. The boot kind of cooking there, not gonna lie. And Fairy in a Bottle is here. Trash cards. Uppercut is a fine card, but we're a bit short on energy here. It does apply vulnerable, though. Maybe I should have considered that a bit more. But we're really looking for Shockwave in particular. It's just a bit too clunky, I would say. Something about that. Like, current me didn't like it. Past me obviously didn't like it either. There's just something about that uppercut that wasn't quite hitting here. Because I'm normally, you know, I see uppercuts. It's not just an attack to me. I understand the role of uppercut, and yet neither past me nor current me wanted that uppercut. Very complicated game we have here. Perfect Nunchaku. These cards don't look great either. So not a lot of help here in Act 2. Sever Soul was there, which could exhaust synergy in theory, but we, again, would rather have Second Wind and choosing to be a bit picky here, I suppose. Already feeling kind of strong. Getting entangled here, so we won't be able to attack next turn. It's not very good. But if we kill the one on the right, it's the only one not hitting us here, which is kind of awkward. We like to kill one of the ones that are hitting us to prevent damage. So it's not going great here. We're allowed to find this offering right now. Didn't find it. Offering real good, of course. Past me is taking a good think here. I really like that. I don't have enough energy, so the thinking has not paid off here. I think I blundered there. We'll call that a blunder. Now I not only can't attack, but I also just didn't kill the thing. Couldn't have killed it anyway, but I shouldn't have tried, you know. There's your problem. So yeah, that was a yikes. Please avert your eyes. Thank God we have this Hourglass. Dealing 9 damage a turn, essentially. Should have played Fiona Pain first, probably. And we have all these wounds in our deck. This is going to be very awkward because this is a situation where Runic Pyramid is actually really bad. You're just going to fill your hand with wounds and can't get out. The boot! Actually didn't do anything there, but it's still procced, technically. Keeping Fairy at 1. Love to see that. Probably should have kept Dropkick for actually, if I find like a bash or something. Could be good. I can still keep the Fairy this turn. Play the Speed Pot. Should have probably played the Speed Pot earlier if I was taking more damage. Now we're losing the Fairy. Wow. And then we can kill next turn with Bash. So this was an absolute disaster. I mean, this was like, how do we not lose after this, right? And Second Wind is here. That's really, really good. So happy to find that. But yeah, I mean, that was... everything about that was so terrible. I played it badly, and it was unfortunate that we had Pyramid there. And yeah. Just a disaster overall. Slavers, man. Oh. All my homies hate slavers. Yet again, we are happy to find the Chosen. Chosen has nothing on our Feel No Pain Dark Embrace deck. I just killed the cultist. Didn't actually have to do that, but it's fine. And so now you're seeing we have a few too many attacks, perhaps. We really need to find a way to exhaust non-skill or attack cards in particular. Second Wind is great for the other stuff, but we're just gonna have our hand full of garbage attacks. And this is lending itself towards going infinite, perhaps. We are showing that we can have our whole deck in our hand already. So if we find one more dropkick, and maybe one more way to exhaust cards, but might not even be necessary, then we may just dropkick, dropkick, dropkick. And we're out of skills, almost, so I have a bit of a corner I've backed myself into here. But should be able to kill it this turn. Surely. Snecko Oil is just okay. Actually, really bad with Pyramid. Normally you play the cards, and there's Power Through right afterwards, by the way. That's very lucky. So now we've found Second Wind Power Through, which is really good. And we also found Ceramic Fish, by the way. Every time we add a card to our deck, we get 9 gold. Pretty bad relic, but the earlier you find it, the better. And Lantern, giving us 1 energy at the start of each combat. Then we took the Cursed Tome event, and we found Nilleries. That means at the end of each turn, for the rest of the run, we're going to be choosing from 3 cards to add into our draw pile for that. And, sorry, in the beginning here, I'm going to be accidentally right-clicking on the cards because I like to click a lot. You probably can't even tell, but I'm clicking after every time I end my turn, all the time, and then you can actually see it in the middle there. I love to click, 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 click. So, apologies for your eyes, but I stopped doing it eventually. But I'm gonna be clicking on those cards sometimes. It's how you know it's me playing. Isn't that comfy, right? It's like, aw, it really is him. This is our whole deck right here, by the way. So if I had one more dropkick, I'd be literally infinite right now. Bash, dropkick, dropkick. And now this is kind of awkward because I'm not infinite. Like, how do I actually kill this thing? Is a good question. Shockwave is pretty good, maybe. How do we kill this? Is a great question. See, I make the wounds now that then I can second wind later. It's so awkward. And yeah, this is where I'm getting to the point of, like, I'm actually thinking a lot because this run is tricky. It is, I think, relative to normal. Very hard to not die here, I would say. Intimidate, 0 cost weaken seems pretty good. Going 42 to 30, it blocks for 12 by itself. That's pretty good. And Clothesline just costs too much. The sadness of having no energy. Actually blocked for more than 12. 18, because we have Feel No Pains. So there's no reason carrying right now. Like, the little bit of extra value that we're getting is pretty massive. And now I am using this. Find another second wind. Sure. And then Chaku finally goes off. Now I can go power through second wind in 1 turn, but also the second wind costs 0. So it just lets me play Cleave then. There's Dropkick. We're doing some damage. Fiendfire's here, thank God. That'll get me out. So Nilleries doing some very heavy lifting here. And we get a Horn Cleat. We are now 2/3 of a boat. And on turn 2, we will block for 14. So Anchor and Horn Cleat. Having those 2 relics makes your win rate go up a lot. Definitely very happy to have this. Having a big think. Do I want Anger? Is it a great question? I decide no. But I mean, it seems obvious here, and that's a really interesting pick, I think. Shrug was also there, which could have been fine. But Anger seems like obvious here, I think. It's 0 cost attack that we can keep drawing and playing. And like that last fight clearly showed that we need something to do for 0 because we keep just having a full hand and we can't do anything. But I have other plans and I thought I didn't need it. All we have to do is find one dropkick or any dual wield or anything like this, and then we're already infinite. So it's like, I'm hoping that the no reach just carries me for now, I suppose, instead of taking the Anger. The Anger is a good game plan for right now, but I don't want that to be my thing that I'm doing later. And eventually it'll make my deck too full of Angers. You already have the second wind power through thing happening then. No need, I think. Yeah, look at all these attacks. It's disgusting. I think it's Shockwave, Dropkick, Cleave. And then I would have 1 energy still. Ew! Another huge misplay. I knew it too, like I knew what I was doing, but I just, I knew what I was supposed to do, rather, but then I messed up. Wrong order there. Flex is also here, which, again, could be good, but our attacks are kind of girthy here with the Hemo. Maybe not that good. Just want to find like a Juggernaut now. Did I take Demon Form? I do. Either they don't hit me and I can play it, or they do hit me and I just exhausted the second wind. Any card that isn't an attack is worth considering, I'd say. True Grit is here. Unupgraded True Grit is kind of a bummer, but it does likely hit an attack. I still don't want it though. Dual wield's there, and Anger. This fight, I don't need to do the infinite thing. It's gonna be too short. That thing is dead if I were to just strike. It is vulnerable and the strikes are dealing 10 base. But I just want to do this anyway, it seems. Barricade. Barricade would be pretty good here as well. Power through second wind, surely. There's Jugs. This Nori is giving us the full package here. Second wind might be good. There's also a body slam here, which I definitely considered. But when you have a Nilries and you have a really, really good block engine, you can kind of depend on that giving you something good at least for like scaling damage or just powers or whatever. So I'm trying not to add, like, we can already see how full my hand is of just random attacks. Another one would be pretty awkward here. So there's a lot of like really strange decisions happening here, but I think they're not terrible most of the time. The misclick of not playing The drop kick first in that one fight was obviously not a decision. I have had 2 blunders, I would say, so far. How do we kill this automaton, by the way? I don't know. Nilries will find a way. Burning Pact is here. That seems good. I took it over Offering, was that right? Just to get attacks out of my hand. I don't want to play Second Wind yet. Power Through's not here. I do anyway. Just to draw more cards. Seeing Red's here looks really good. Dual Wield's also here for Dropkick. But it's going to be hard to get through all these artifact charges. So maybe that's bad. Maybe we can't go infinite here because it's just too unrealistic to bash this thing 3 times. I can't even imagine bashing this thing 3 times right now. And how do we kill the minions even? What is going on here? Don't have Barricade, blocking for 100 billion. That's a shame. There's a demon form, I just don't even want it. I clearly have a plan. I'm guessing I just think that the Second Wind Power Through thing is so strong that we're not going to die ever. Play Cleave over and over. Cleave to win. And yeah, like you can see the power of just one Burning Pact here is getting all these attacks out of our hand. Now I take a demon form, sure. But it's actually just to exhaust, I think. It's another non-attack card to exhaust. Genius. And I power through. We only have 1 card. Like, if we play this power through, we'll only draw 1 card next turn, so it's actually fine. I still play the Cleave then. Shrug is there. It's fine. How do we kill this automaton? It still has 295 health. What is going on? My offerings are back. I'm just going to exhaust them as well. Now we just find 1 more drop kick. Right? Oh, we can actually play demon form now. It's huge. Wow. And Spell Weakness is a skill. Maybe we take it just for that. Rampage. I want to play Rampage every turn till it dies. I should probably be taking literally any skill if it's offered to me. It's just more fuel for the Second Wind. But now I'm just trying to play this Rampage a lot, it seems. War Cries there, more fuel. It's a big ol' Hyper Beam. Considering playing Rampage first, but that's silly because now we can block again with Power Through. Take 4 only. Jugs is here. This is why the run took so long, by the way. The fights look like this. Brutal. Yeah, have I figured it out yet? No. I should have taken Havoc. Right? How many cards do I have in my hand? What a weird deck. Hey, it's Feel No Pain. So, I mean, this Nilries is like... If this Nilries wasn't here, we would be dead already, surely. No matter... Even if it was any of the other books that we could have gone. Had to be Nilries, exactly. We do still have Demon Form in play, so We're getting there with the strength as well. It's all slowly happening. I don't think I've ever seen Automaton do this hyper beam before. That was such a long fight. Hope you're still with me there. Fiendfire looks kind of good. Exhume looks kind of good also. Fiendfire could be a bit clunky. We don't want to play it, but we kind of have to. I take Exhume instead. I think Fiendfire was like the answer there to this whole problem that we're having, maybe. So that was possibly very stupid to not take that. But this is a direction that we're going with. It's a very dubious run here, that's what I would say. It's like a lot of the things were like we could have gone this way or this way or this way, and it's not entirely clear which way was right in the first place, but now that we're here, it's like we have to kind of keep committing. And I am definitely heavily into this Nilries here. Really pat down the right side. I'm into it, and we're looking for another dropkick or dual wield. Or possible other ways to go infinite here. That is a lot of damage coming our way on turn 2. Good thing we have a Horn Cleat. I'm saving the offering for next turn to have a big turn. Oh, not too bad. They didn't multi-hit us. Very kind of the Darklings. Only 33. They can hit you for like 60 or something. So boy are we blocking here, but we're not doing a whole lot else. Jugs is definitely a way out here every time we find it. And I didn't mention we found a coffee dripper as well, I apologize. But the coffee dripper, of course, gives us 4 energy, which we desperately needed. But it also prevents us from resting for the rest of the run. So we're just assuming that we're fine. I was like, these turns don't seem nearly as ugly as they used to, and it's because we have 4 energy. Thank God. This hand, man. This hand just perpetually full of terrible cards. More terrible cards. Ouch. And did you see it? Finesse is here. And Finesse is essentially a dropkick that blocks instead of does damage. So we can go infinite by going dropkick, finesse. Which is... it's a thing that we can do. Definitely. Hard move a strike seems pretty important. Get these attacks out of here. And I don't think I immediately spot the finesse, but then I realize. I'm thinking about it. I almost leave. I know I buy this finesse. I'm 100% sure that I buy this finesse. I actually genuinely just don't think I see it yet. It's not computing. Now I see it. Now I see it. Yep. Oh yeah, that goes infinite. Says past me. Like, it doesn't look like that many attacks, right? When you're looking at it like in here, this just this deck list, but when you're seeing it in my hand, it's like, ugh. There we go. Don't want that. Need my gold still. Master of Strategy being the card to give is very sad. Could have been so many cards. Flexpot is probably the worst thing here. Flexpot unimportant. And we get a bronze scales, and we get a duplicate as well. That's pretty interesting. So bronze scales will reflect 3 damage whenever we get attacked. A solid relic, especially against the heart's multi-attack. I think you're a lot less happy to see bronze scales if you're not playing heart runs. Interestingly. And I'm duplicating Dark Embrace, it looks like. That's kind of questionable, to be honest. Could have done Feel No Pain instead. Block for more. Or like another power through. I already have 2 second wins. There was a lot of choices there. But the point was find Dark Embrace faster, therefore play it faster, therefore start drawing cards faster, therefore going to Infinite faster. The second Dark Embrace, once they're both in play, doesn't really do a lot. But that's fine. And so the goal is simple. Never play Second Wind when Finesse is in our hand. And then Second Wind all of our skills, and then play Finesse Dropkick. So we've done it already here, proof of concept. Luckily for you guys, though, you don't have to watch this entire thing. I'll see you in the future. Alright, here we are in the future. Giant Head's dead. And we certainly can't go infinite in every single fight, so... like, the heart will... We're not gaining really enough block, because Finesse only blocks for 2, so we have to find some other solution against the heart to go infinite there, so we might just have to do some other stuff there. And I'm considering a Reaper. Reaper heals. Why not take it? Like, skip over Reaper would be kind of insane behavior, but it's really, really not great here. We don't have any strength, and we're blocking for a lot, so maybe don't even need the healing. This is a bit awkward, these spikers. I should have played attacks here instead of blocking for more. Definitely interested in not taking damage to these spikers. Whoosh. Mercury Hourglass is low-key a really good relic. It's like the fights where you really want that kind of effect are so frequent. It tends to not be that important against the heart, but there are other fights in the game. This fight, for example, you love having the hourglass ticking. Got there. More trash. So we've had some very obscenely lucky card awards, and we've had some mostly trash. Just common attack after common attack being offered. And boy, do we really not want more attacks here. I mean, this is certainly not the time for that. This is not a great fight for us either. This Spheric Jardian is going to be hitting us. I want to kill this exploder before it does the thing. Good work. Mainly just playing second wind to draw cards a lot of the time, and then if power through is in your hand, you have to play the power through, because getting rid of the power through is like a disaster. Could have taken Fiend Fire there and just killed this. Whoops. Get me out of here. This is actually a terrible hand. This was not right, whatever I just did. Barricade power through, that was definitely wrong. Now we're actually taking damage. This is not quite a blunder, but it's definitely stupid. I would say it's stupider than most of the things I've done, but it's the actual impact of this is not blunder level. I should play Strike first, because it will have one more healing from Reaper. And the boot! Actually, that's not even true. The boot would have got me there. Wait, is that true? No. Yes? Yes, it is true. Strike didn't matter. More trash, by the way. Ouch. And have to key a meat on the bone. Oh, we also found a Regal Pillow, by the way. Healing us more when we rest, which unfortunately we can't do. So that is absolutely worthless here. That could have been good madness. Would that have been good? If it hits an attack, it would be good. So we still haven't found Burning Pack or True Grit at any point in an actual card reward screen, which would have been so good here. And so we're just kind of hoping that Nilrees cooks and gives it to us whenever we need it. More energy efficient to just play the bash here because we have nothing else really good to do with Fiona Pain there. And Nemesis is in for a bad time here. We have second wind for the burns. Poor Nemesis. Even getting rid of second Feel No Pain there. So confident. Possibly going infinite here again. Perhaps. Should have played a strike there. That was weird. Definitely. There's no way I meant to not play strike there. It's getting very awkward because our hand is completely full. The burns will go away, and then we'll take one. Oof. Now we have no second wind. This is getting into awkward territory here. Found another burn. I'm sure the draw pile was just burns, and I should have checked the draw pile. Yes, indeed. And yet again, didn't find second wind. So this fight is going about as terribly as possible. Didn't want to play Hemo because it does do 2 damage to us. There's second wind finally. And this thing is burning us a lot. I am eating my words here because getting burned is fine, but we've been burned like 4 times now. Even the Ironclad hates getting burned when it's this many. And I reshuffle now because that way we don't get these burns in our draw pile right away. You go to the discard pile. Sentinel was a great hit for second wind. Nice, hit a burn for the second wind. Now we're doing it. 4 burns. Ouch. So a rare situation, by the way, where the boot is actually good. It ignores the intangible thing. And just do 5 damage to it with every attack. And we finally got there. Find a red skull, which will give us 3 strength when we're below half health. Or at half health exactly. And we also found a Rage Plus, and that is an infinite solution, actually. And if we decide to play these attacks just to get them out of our hand, because god, they're annoying, then we also can still block by doing so. It also costs 0, so we can comfortably play it and have it not get second-winded away. So that's a way we can actually go infinite against the heart and not get out attritioned by the Beat of Death. And this is a very spooky looking Reptomancer, I would say. Should have played the second Dark Embrace before that, probably. I suspect I'm drawing too many cards anyway, though. Could play Reaper, but I could also save it for next turn, where it's going to be 5 dudes to hit with it. That's a lot of dudes. I'd probably clothesline, Repto, maybe even play the dropkick for nothing. This run was a real like brain melter for me. I remember playing this and being like, ugh. Every turn was just so like, ugh. And yet we were very strong because of the Feel No Pain power through second wind thing, right? It's like we're strong and our deck is terrible at the same time, it feels like. Hard to explain. Also, I probably should have saved the Reaper for next turn and tried to reap 5 things. Once again, what do I do? I have so much block, but we have no calipers or barricades, so it's like, doesn't do anything. We just have to keep doing that every turn, or else we're going to take damage. Rage is good. That... Okay, I see. I think I hit the wrong one. Something went wrong here, I think. I shouldn't have hit the one at the bottom right with the strike. Then I could go Hemo on the top left one and then power through and block for more. And colorless block just gets me zero cost block card. Ugh. Making more minions already. Very scary. Do I want Rage to go away is a good question. I think I do. I even want Power Through gone. Goodbye. Get out of here. I want only Bash and Dropkick and Finesse. Second Wind Secure again. Get rid of the Bloons. Now I can go infinite against Reptomancer. So if after not going infinite for quite some time here, we've come back around. See you guys in a moment yet again. And we're back. Reptomancer is gone. Sadly had to break down Shaku for it, but that's okay. And Ornamental Fan is here, giving us 4 block every third attack we play in a turn. Actually kind of good for doing the dropkick thing, and had another power through, so more consistent doing the power through second wind thing now. Definitely a welcome sight there. Darklings are back. I should play Cleave first. Yep. Red Skull strength goes away once I'm above half health. And the wounds do stick around, but that's okay because we have the second wind. Of course. And avoiding playing Offering when we can, just because it does damage to us. It isn't really necessary anymore. A rare, like, mid-Offering, I would say. Offering, obviously, is usually the nuts. But here, if it's like after turn 1, we're usually not interested in playing it. It's just our hand is already too full. It does damage to us. We don't need it. But we've gotten rid of Bash and Dropkick, it would seem. So now I have to find a way to kill these things. Now we just have Cleave. What have I done? Yeah, okay, here we go. Very good. I found the Finesse Cleave line. And more trash! Body Slam is here again. I'm considering Body Slam yet again. And I think it's actually now time for a Body Slam, actually. We do have this Rage now, and we have a smaller deck, importantly. And we're making so much block right now. It's... and so, like, I've decided at this point that I think I am not arriving on the infinite plan reliably enough. Like, it's a bit too slow to get there, or just, like, we might accidentally exhaust the cards we need. So I take the Body Slam as a backup plan, essentially. And it ends up being pretty good, if I recall. Maybe we needed it to win, in fact. I just really want energy here. I can Body Slam one of the dudes. The fact that we couldn't upgrade the Body Slam is kind of brutal. Playing on Heart runs is actually very hard. The difficulty spike from not playing Heart to playing Heart, just because of the keys thing also. Like, it's not even the fact that you're fighting the Heart a lot of the time. You have to forego one Campfire, one chest, and take a Super Elite. That alone is quite a bit harder than just normal. Our hand is completely full. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Like, where did all these attacks come from? I thought we were getting better at getting rid of these things. There's a True Grit. That's really good. There we go. Got rid of attack that wasn't Body Slam. Very happy about that. We're a little bit close to going infinite against Wokebird here. Closing in. I think second win Bash Dropkick there was actually infinite. If we get rid of the Power Through now, I think we're infinite. Our deck is already in our hand right now, so that is definitely true. So I play Finesse. Yeah, okay, I'm infinite. Okay, so we've gone infinite against Wokebird. Yet again, I'll be skipping ahead here. See you guys in a moment. Okay, we are so back. Of course, we still had the Bash to go infinite on the second phase, and then Body Slam gets us there much faster than expected. On to Time Eater. So we can't do that against the Time Eater. I wish I had a pocket watch to count how many cards I played. It was a lot. Yeah, Time Eater is tricky here. That's for sure. See, Evolve is actually useless with Runic Pyramid plus Power Through. You can't put the wounds into your discard pile to draw them again. Doesn't do anything. And I'm trying to make Time Warp go off in a way that it's good for me here. So now I power through second wind. We can actually make it one wound go to the discard pile, as I've done probably a lot of times this run, by having a full hand and playing power through, then one wound goes to discard pile. But then if that's the case, then our hand's full and having evolve in play doesn't actually really do much. Who cares about drawing one extra card? You have 2 Dark Embrace in play. Doesn't seem important. This is going to be a body slam fight, of course. What a weird deck. I have not taken a non-body slam attack for like, I don't know, 30 floors now? When did we find Dropkick? It's a long time ago. Bonk. Jugs is here. Ah, thank you, Jugs. And it's still not splitting. If I do this, the Ghostly Armor will go away. And maybe I'm thinking like I can already block for enough without playing Clothesline, so I play Bash instead. Nope. I want it to be weakened next turn. Fiendfire is very sus here. We might just exhaust our entire deck. I still take it. Power through second wind, gets rid of the other power through, but that's fine. That's why we have 2 of them. It is splitting now. Can we kill it outright ever? That'd be cool. It's possible that like power through Fiendfire into Body Slam was lethal here or something like this. Oh, I'm doing it, wow. And with Juggernaut as well. Yeah. Got there. Okay, cool. So Time Eater's gone in a relatively timely manner there. And on to Act 4, to thump, to thump, to thump, Deep Pulsing Dread. So we are at exactly an hour pretty much going into Act 4 here. A little bit long for me. But obviously this was a bit of a slower deck, and obviously melting past me's brain. Getting rid of a strike is so important here. My god, I'd snap picking that. Disarm is also here, I'd probably take that. That's really good against the heart. Sentinel though. Sentinel's really good as well. Could be, yep. Sentinel over Disarm going into the heart is actually diabolical, but I think I agree with that actually. The energy here when we're doing the second one thing seems so strong. And I do this now, keep the wounds in my hand for next turn. That way I can exhaust on the second one. Dark Embrace, oh my goodness, that Dark Embrace was so fat. That's why you take 2 of them. It's not a very good exhaust pile. Exhume is sad. What do we take over? Exhume over? Fiendfire? Yeah. Fiendfire will be pretty good, right? Exactly in this situation. Fiendfire will be good too. I mean, Exhume will be good too. And taking 69 damage. Nice, but also ouch. Yeah, this is a disaster, actually. Actually disaster. And like I was considering playing power through, but then it puts 2 wounds into our hands, so we draw 2 less cards next turn. That's really bad. So we're going into Red Skull range here. Gonna try to Reaper. No second wind, sadly. This is not going according to plan. Just gotta find the second wind, man. Please. Gotta play Hemo to get out of my hand. But I can't play on the spear because I'm gonna turn around. Draw 1 less card than I should. Still no second wind. Oh my goodness, it's a disaster. I have to play Reaper just to draw a card, I think. And hope. It's not exactly cleave, pretty much. I don't remember this fight being so incredibly awkward. But it is, just is, man. I'm finding another way out, it looks like. Yep, just full block instead. Down to 3 health. Ouch. Can't play Offering now. So, I mean, this is looking very doomed, isn't it? Second Wind, literally bottom card, by the way. Get rid of the other Dark Embrace. And Exhume, which is kind of awkward because you have Reaper in her hand. Don't have to turn around here, we're full blocking already. The worst Reaper ever for 7 health. Woof. I think it's just cleave, power through Second Wind, right? Or this. There's Sentinel. Body Slam gets there. So I can actually Body Slam the left one and then Reaper for more. That's probably what I'm going to do here. Yup. Big. So a whopping 15 health now that we have going into the heart. That'll actually be 21, assuming we get out this health. And more fuel. These burns are more fuel for the Second Wind, of course. So I think it's definitely reasonable for past me to be taking his sweet, sweet time here, because this is very dicey and confusing. What a game we play. How does this not die to the heart is a great question. 15 health, 21 health. Brutal. And we did find an artifact pot, which I've saved diligently this whole time, that will prevent the vulnerable from the heart, which is very important. And Toy Ornithopter is here, giving us 5 health back whenever we play a potion. That's actually pretty good. And Power Throw versus more trash, actually skip. I don't want third Power Throw, it seems. And this Neko pot might actually be unplayable, so it's just this artifact pot. Luckily, Anchor allows us to play some cards without taking damage. Drink the artifact pot, the 26 health. And here we go. All 3 of these actually could be pretty good. Entrench is a bit awkward with the Power Through Second Wind plan, as normally you wouldn't play Entrench after playing Power Through Second Wind, but if you do, you'll have exhausted the Entrench. Unfortunately. So I play the Rage because I don't want it to get exhausted. That'd be bad. I may just go Power Through here, though. Like, play all the block cards. Yeah, I can play Power Through here. Go up to 5 cards exactly. And play into Second Wind next turn. Another Evolve is offered to me. Maybe I take it this time. Oh. It's just a Slimed here. It really doesn't do anything. And so now we've got our nice wounds set up here, so I can do a huge Second Wind here. Exhume yet again, just getting exhausted. Poor Exhume, man. Dark Embrace probably goes, second one. More juice. Good offering. So this is a good looking hard fight so far. We're like drawing our cards in the right order. The big body slam. And yeah, no barricade, no calibers was a huge bummer here. Second body slam was there. Could have been a thing maybe, but one is sus enough. And now we're taking damage. A little bit. And I really want it to be vulnerable, but I also want it to be weakened, and it's about to gain artifact charges. But I realize that I have Nunchaku, so I can do both. Por qué no los dos? And second one is here. That's lucky. So I'm doing things in the right order. Power through first, so I don't take beat damage. Then rage to get out of my hand. Then second wind. Block for a lot. And the fact that we got to upgrade Body Slam at the start of this act was actually massive. Now we can actually play it reliably. And we can even weave it in between second winds. Body Slam, second wind, reshuffle, draw it again. Sometimes. So it's all coming together. Can cleave for more rage. Actually, wrong order. If I was going to play the cleave. And it's below 400 health. This is looking pretty good. This time I played the rage because I actually want the wounds in my hand, it seems. Yeah, Snecopod is unplayable. It could just brick our deck instantly if we play it. If everything rolls 3, we die. And that is a possibility. No need to risk that. I'm seeing Havoc. I actually take Havoc. It's, at worst, a skill to get exhausted. Which is fine. I want both of those cards, though, so I can't actually play the Havoc. Now it's getting a little bit awkward because he might not be able to outblock the damage the heart's doing anymore with the huge multi-attack. We also haven't weakened it anymore. So looks like I want to bash it just to break this artifact. It's getting a little bit sus now. That's for sure. Not over yet. Saving rage for next turn. Corruption is here. Luckily not getting multi-hit here. I'm gonna try to kill it next turn before it does the big multi-hit again, probably. Now I can go finesse, power through, second wind again. Oh my god, it's so complicated. I could also just clothesline this turn. But that doesn't seem quite good enough, probably. It's just, we're not going to get there on the block next turn, with at least for body slam purposes. But it looks like we can block for 90, which is what we just did. So hopefully that's enough to get us there. And we wanted... I should have actually played... Oh, never mind, we only have one card in there. But worth considering that if you're about to reshuffle, like with FNS, you might want to play power through second one first, because we want those in the discard pile. Our deck is so small that it's not relevant anymore. Right, rage... Rage, power through, second wind. It is very dicey here. I mean, this is like the last relevant turn of the fight here, and it's... We're looking dead. Gotta find a way out here. Am I infinite if I exhaust the second wind? I think I am. Which I didn't actually, like, appreciate at the time. Yeah, I think we were just infinite there. Oops. So yeah, that's a blunder, but I was obviously tunneled on the body slam thing at this time. And I managed to weaken it there, actually, this is the line that I saw. Weaken it so that it wouldn't kill us, and then block for enough and get out next turn. So ended up getting there by the skin of our teeth. So after a hideous Act 4 Elite and several hideous plays and just very unlucky or bad fights, we managed to scrape through there and sneak in a win. A very strange run, I would say. That was a brain-melting run, and definitely one for the books there, I would say. If you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.